News of the Week at Belmont. I'm Erin Carson, and you're watching the last episode of the semester. First, we're going to hit some news stories, and then we've got some montages to attend to. University Ministries is sponsoring Pancake Night Wednesday at 9 p.m. in the CAF, so you can eat yourself into a food coma in order to dull the pain of your impending exams. And attention seniors, Thursday, May 12 at 8 p.m., the class of 2011 will congregate around the bell tower one last time for Life Beyond the Tower. Full disclosure, I may have been involved in planning this, so I'm going to take this opportunity to soapbox for a second, because when you're leaving, you get to do things like that. There's going to be a candlelit procession, a few speakers, including Week at Belmont production assistant Sarah Norton, and the university has a little parting gift for us. More importantly, this could be the last time that all the seniors are together, so you should come. Any hoodle, speaking of graduation, it's on the 14th, so you might want to slip that graduating senior in your life a little cash. The real world is hard, they tell me. On the subject of the real world, our special satellite phone to said real world is ringing. Let's see who it is. Hello?
Hello.
Well, it's former Week at Belmont correspondent Cassidy Hodges with it looks like former SGA president and friend of the show, DJ King.
Well, Erin, as you mentioned, the real world is fast encroaching, and I'm here to try and prepare you for what's to come.
Okay, but why is DJ with you? Like, how is that even possible?
Love.
If you remember, last spring I interviewed him, and from there blossomed a forbidden romance between a politician and a journalist.
We thought it could never be.
So when I graduated, I told him I'd come back for him first.
Well, Erin, after my reign as King of Belmont ended, I saddled up and rode into the sunset, traveling the world from Kalamatas to Chagos and even as far as International Market in search of my lovely queen.
Interesting. So, what's it like out there?
Well, it's certainly not for the faint of heart. There's no cafeteria, no spring break, and if you cut class, you get fired.
It's definitely more challenging to do things like laundry without an army of pledges. But what they do have in this mysterious land is water in plastic bottles.
And I didn't even realize I'd have to put on pants every day before 10 a.m.
Wow, that sounds really serious.
It is, but I also have tidings of hope. There's just one simple thing you have to remember to survive out here.
What's that?
Always see you on the other side.
Well, we have missed her. Anyway, in the spirit of parting ways, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge one particular Week at Belmont crew member. We go now to Dustin Stout for more. Dustin?
Thanks, Erin. There's one more among our ranks who has put many a long hour into the show for nary a mention in the credits. Today, we fixed that. Roll montage.
Thanks, Dustin. Well, look who it is. Speaking of the devil. You going somewhere, Mr. Viking?
It is time for me to set sail and return to my native shores. I will bring them news of the land of the crying sky and jangly indie music. I bid you a fond farewell, Erin Carson.
Oh, well, take care, Mr. Viking. Travel safe. Oh. Well, let's check in really quick with the also departing Week at Belmont weather expert, Kathleen Bond, to see if the Viking will have good traveling weather. Kathleen?
Once upon a time, there was a city called Nashville. It was a place of fun, of health, and goodwill. It was Music City, home to many celebrities. It had a few schools, Belmont, Lipscomb, and Vandy's. But the students of Belmont had a problem, you know. the weather was odd. It caused much woe. One day would be sunny and terribly warm, but the next was so cold, students stayed in the dorm. After sunbathing all morning, the students were happy until that afternoon when the weather turned crappy. At the first sign of snow, the city would panic. Kroger would run out of milk, bread, and organics. In the spring, all the plants would regrow their greens. The tulips would bloom and landscapers would clean. But soon, storms and tornadoes stripped the plants bare. It happened each spring. Students, beware! Despite all the trouble of bipolar weather, the students of Belmont banded together. They fought back with raincoats, umbrellas, and hats. They wore shorts, layers, and even wore caps. Each day, someone would try to predict the forecast, but soon everyone ignored this ignorant person. Today, all the students must stay on their guard. This week looks good, but old habits die hard. Wednesday and Thursday will be 70 and clear, but Friday the rain will return, oh dear. Saturday and Sunday will be warm and so sweet. Then Monday and Tuesday will be wet and cloudy with heat. And that is the story of Nashville's atmosphere. I have some news. I'm retiring this year. I'm sick of dealing with this global cooling. Farewell, Belmont students. Good luck with your schooling. The end.
Thanks, Kathleen. Well, kids, that's it for us, and that's it for me specifically. It's been a pleasure interrupting your Wednesdays. We won't see you next week, but have a lovely summer, and maybe I'll see you around. Until then, I'm Erin Carson.